fellas, and season's greetings. Today I'll be showing you how to get your phone from the conversion to Google Play Edition, so Lollipop, back to Sense, which is KitKat. So let's get started. So reading off my certain notes here, I do believe you would have already had S off and an unlock bootloader. So don't come kind of me that, oh, you didn't do me to unlock the bootloader, because that's just silly. Anyway, yeah, you just need to get Fastboot working on your phone and be able to do a couple of things as I tell you to go. So, based off this guide on XDA developers, I'll make a video version of it. And so we have 3 ways to get back to Sense using an RUU, which stands for ROM Update Utility. I think there's another one that's kind of new, but we'll stick with RUU for now. People with American carriers are quite lucky. They do have links for the AT&T Sprint and the Sprint Han Kardon edition and T-Mobile RUUs over here. So I'll leave a link here to this down below. So I'll just zoom in a little bit. And if you do not have an RUU available, you can also use a stock backup, which is also available on XDA. So you'll need to correlate your CID, and you'll be able to download Android backups for like your specific carrier, which is pretty good considering that not many RUUs are actually available, apart from like the American carriers and also the Google Play Edition and Developer Edition. If you do not have, or if you really don't have any of that, or it really doesn't matter to you, as long as you're back on Sense, you can also choose to flash a Sense ROM, which is available to download from XDA developers or any kind of custom ROM supporting developer website. So you can definitely download a ROM from here, like any ROM, SoundEngine or Sense. So we're just getting back the partition tables really, so you can be on a Sense ROM. And what we need to do next, so you're going to want to download one of those now, because it may take a while, because ROMs around that are Sense around even 1 GB, stock backups are a gig, and RUUs are a gig as well, so they're all about a gig. But some ROMs that are made out based off Sense, they're actually quite small in fact, so that'll be pretty good. And you'll also need to download the firmware that we need to flash, and this is the 1.54.4015 with or without splash. Well, this is W, so with splash. So this is to get your kind of like your stock HBoot. As you can see, when you're in the bootloader of the Google Play Edition, it's kind of black on green and like black base and colored font. So you're gonna go back to the white one, and this will also flash recovery, so it will fix up all your partitions and all that. I think this firmware file will. So this is for the international GSM variant, and you may need to find your own specific like carrier devices firmware, but this one works on like international variants. Well, most of them. Well, it does work on the Australian unlocked one, but if you're like with T-Mobile or something, you'll need to download your carrier's respective firmware file, because if you flash this, apparently like you won't brick your phone, but it'll get you into a kind of boot loop with the recovery. So you'll need to flash the correct firmware. So I'll provide that in the link down below. And so you'll need to download the firmware, which will be pretty quick. And while that is downloading, we'll get our device into our Fastboot mode. And before, I forgot to mention, you will need all your files like from your SDK Android thingamabob. But I'll provide a link down below to download these 5 files. You'll probably need it for everything, but I'm sure most of you have this already. So while that downloads, we'll get the device into Fastboot mode. So what you want to do is power off your device. I'll zoom out a little bit for this. So power off, and what you want to do is hold the power and volume down button together. And yeah. And now all you have to do is plug it in and select Fastboot on it. So plug it in first, and see here it says Fastboot. Press power button to select it. It'll turn red, and we'll install drivers if it is new, and it'll change to Fastboot USB. I'm not sure if you make that out, but that's what you need it to say. So now that we have that finished, we will need to open the file location and you just kind of want to keep it all together, if you get what I mean. So move the firmware file over to your Android folder, although this is not necessarily necessary, as you probably know, if you shift and right click, you'll get in the right click menu. Here you can select open command window here, which pretty much allows you to open up the command window to the specific folder that you're in, and this is what you need to type. So I'll just get in a bit more. You'll need to type in fastboot fastboot OEM reboot RU. So this will get your device into a firmware flashing mode. So that's about it. So press enter, and you'll see that your HTC or your 1M8 will go into a silver screen like that. And from there, just type in fastboot space flash space zip. Leave a space on the end and drag in our firmware file like that. Hit enter, and this will send the zip to your phone, and we'll start flashing it. So as you can see, the screen hasn't really changed, and you also got an error down here. So what we want to do is flash it again. Press up on your keyboard, the up arrow, and press enter. It will just complete the same command again, so you don't have to type it and drag. Okay, so I didn't actually read it properly, but as you can see, it has 441 model ID check fail. So all you need to do is change this to, or change your CID to super CID. So type in fastboot OEM right CID, one word, and add in 8 1. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. That will grant you a super CID, so you can flash any zip. And press the up arrow twice to get back to your previous command, fastboot flash zip with the firmware file. Hit enter, and this will send the zip, and it should fail again. Yep. So remote 90 HBoot pre-update. So this needs to reboot your phone to kind of update the bootloader, and it'll go ahead and go back to the silver HTC screen where you just want to press up once and hit enter. So the same command again. Alrighty, so now it's finished. Your device will be on a progress bar, and it should not restart. So what you need to do is check for any errors here. So there's kind of a safety feature. So you just need to type in fastboot reboot dash bootloader, just like that, and your device will reboot back into its white bootloader, which is great. So we're pretty much getting on there, and all you need to do is go select HBoot. So press the power button once, and scroll down 1 to recovery. Press the power button again to select it. So this will boot you into the stock recovery that comes with the firmware, where you want to complete a factory reset. So you'll get this red exclamation mark with a phone in it. Hold volume up and press the power button once, and you'll get into the recovery menu. So go down to wipe data factory reset, press power to select, go all the way down to yes, select it again, and this will wipe your device. I think this is just to ensure that the partitions are kind of made properly again, but I'm not too sure. So, but you do need to format this, otherwise if you flash the custom recovery next, it won't actually be able to wipe any of the partitions. So I'm pretty sure this actually puts the partitions in the right place. So all you need to do now is hit reboot, but when you do it, hold the volume down and power. So that should get you back into the bootloader. If not, well, it does. If not, just hold all your buttons till it forces power off, and then just hold volume down and power to get to the bootloader. Now select fastboot, and it should turn into fastboot USB. And this is where you'll need to download TWRP custom recovery. So I have that as the last tab. So I believe you can choose any custom recovery, but I would recommend TWRP only because it was stated in the guide that they use TWRP. So go ahead and download TWRP for your device. I can see that T-Mobile isn't there, so you may have to look at your XEA thread for a specific make for your phone. And just scroll down and get the newest image file. And it should download in no time, 2831. And we'll wait 10 seconds. So when this finishes downloading, I'll walk you through the rest. Alrighty, now that TWRP has finished downloading for your device, let's go ahead and minimize that. and we'll open up the downloads folder. So this is the part where you don't actually have to move it anywhere. Get back our command prompt window, and our phone's still in the Fastboot USB mode. We need to flash the custom recovery now. So we'll go ahead and type in Fastboot space flash space recovery space, and just drag in the image file from anywhere and press enter. Now that'll download it to your device and flash it. Now once it says it's done, go back to your device and select HBoot, and then scroll down 1 to go into the custom recovery. Now this will get you into TWRP, where you'll once again complete another factory reset. So we'll give that a sec. Alright, so guys, I was having problems with flashing the TWRP recovery, the latest one, so like 2.830. It just wouldn't go into the recovery, so I tried downloading an older version and it worked perfectly. So I'm going to link that version instead, I'll write the version number down and see if we can get an older build to work, because the newer one didn't work exactly for me. But so TWRP 2710 is the one that worked for me. So again, it's just the same as flashing any image, except you just change the image on the end. So Fastboot space flash space recovery space, drag in the older version of TWRP and hit enter, and this should work now. And once that's done, hit HBoot and then go down 1 to recovery, and this is where we will now do another factory reset with the custom recovery. So yeah, see, it boots perfectly now. So tap on wipe and then just swipe to factory reset, and that was quick. So done. Go back, and this is the point where you can flash your custom ROM or a backup if you're using TWRP. But if you are choosing a stock backup, make sure you flash the correct recovery that the backup is made from. So I don't think you need to flash TWRP, but just flash something that works with your stock ROM, or stock backup I should say. If you're using an RUU, you didn't really have to do this. Oh yeah, you did, but you don't need to flash custom recovery. You can just go to that bootloader page, that bootloader with the Fastboot mode, and yeah, the bootloader. So, and then run the RUU, and that'll take care of everything. And if you want to flash a ROM, this is where you should be at the moment. So I'm gonna type install, and you want to locate your ROM and install it, and that's about it. So I'm gonna side load it on, and we will end off on that note. So thank you guys for watching, and season greetings. And also yeah, subscribe if you like to see more videos upcoming, more unboxings thanks to Christmas. And also yeah, leave a like down if this helped you in any way, shape or form. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.